Stop the cap.
Somebody asked me about this woman with the $30 not being enough for lunch, and she was expecting $100. And I saw the clip, and it's been passed around my friend group, and I've listened to a couple guys' takes on it. Everybody thinks it's ridiculous. It's nice to see that a lot of women were like, this woman's being ridiculous, and acknowledging that it's a bad look. I think in particular it's a bad look for dark-skinned women. And it goes to what I said in my video about, quitting the gender war. Because I already have all the information, that I need. I said that, in the last video that I posted. Everything, and I do mean everything, is going to come back to that video. So, people running around and acting like they're surprised, like, no, it's going to come back to that video about what I said about black women's, self-hate and inferiority complexes that nobody wants to talk about. And I'm not saying that they got there, all on their own. I'm saying that a lot of the performative misandry that you're seeing online, because that's what it is, performative misandry, directly stems back to, how black women feel about themselves based off of what the world says about what the value is of black women. And I'm not going to say that black men, have never participated in contributing to that fact. Things like Lil Wayne and his disparaging colorism comments, the two guys that went up on stage when at whose funeral was that? Was it I forget whose funeral it was. I don't know if it was Migos or was it Kobe? I forget which one it was. Y'all remember the shit. No, it was Nipsey Hussle. That's what it was. Nipsey Hussle's funeral. And, then you have Kodak Black, right, making these, sort of disparaging comments where, lighter skinned white women and all this other shit is beautiful and feminine. And we talked about that before, about that whole light dark paradigm is not just the aspect of, white is superior, but baked in there is the whole concept of dark is more masculine and light is more feminine. I think that we got that from, things like Birth of a Nation and the way that black men, have been made out to be, these hypermasculine brutes, which rolls right into why, when it comes to interracial porn, you pretty much only see black men, having sex with white women. And many of them reinforced, that whole King Kong, stereotype and image of the savage beast, the brute, lusting after the feminine, dainty, damsel in distress white woman. You saw that with those 1950s and 40s, I think they were 1950s and 60s, magazines with the black man and the white woman on the cover that are extremely suggestive, which are basically like 1950s and 60s smut, books, that you see on those little, stands when you're going through the city and you're trying to make it to the train or the bus or whatever, right? Those little stands that you see, and they got all those smut books, right? And, that women read, those 50 Shaded Grey type of books. And clearly there must have been a lot of white women, reading those books. But I'm just talking about the origins, the origins of it. That even, if we look around, it affects white women too. I mean, there's all these complaints about, white guys not being masculine anymore, modernity, low sperm levels, right? But then when it comes to black men, it's like black men are always painted in this light that they're savage and aggressive and criminal and all, right? And all that's tied into masculinity. So I think that a lot of black women are, being a dark-skinned black woman, without a doubt they're affected by that. They're affected by, like, the light of beauty never touches them. And I think that what you're seeing, and it goes back to what I said in my previous video, is when it comes to the performative misandry, a lot of black women who have these, self-hate, inferiority complexes about being black, being associated with the black community, being associated with poverty, being associated with, the whole concept of being at the bottom, right? I think that a lot of black women are trying to remove the stench of poverty off of them. I mean, this goes right into, even when you look with black males, that grow up in single mothered homes. The real sad part about a black man witnessing his mother grow up in poverty in a single mother home and struggle, to survive, is that when he looks at his mother, he never sees his mother in a feminine light. He never sees his mother dolled up in heels and stockings. He never sees that. He never sees a man loving up, on his mother, with the exception of the occasional stepdaddy who comes through and is fucking, their mother. But he never sees, like, true value and appreciation and tied to, somebody that they're biologically connected to. And I think that, especially if there's no man there at all, like if the mother is just, she's just hit, or she just completely fell off and she's just walking around with a muumuu or a big old oversized t-shirt and a bonnet, like what you see with the, that black principal down there, I think it was in Texas, or Louisiana, that was complaining about, or making, had to make the statement about black mothers coming up to the school and dressed inappropriately. If you grow up as a black boy and you see that, you're associating black women with poverty, black women with struggle, and that does spill onto your black female peers. And so, when it comes to the black female peers, a lot of them, everybody's want to talk about the sexy reds and the Sukihanas. It's like the only way to get male attention as a black woman is to be, oversexed, to be hypersexualized. Shay Sade is making videos covering this topic right now about, black women being seen as, whores and prostitutes, right? And so I do think that black boys, growing up, especially those in poverty, are negatively affected by that. I mean, hell, I grew up in the burbs, and I believe I was affected by that. Even though I had access to, white women and other races of women, I think I was affected by that. Because it was not very common, that you would see not only black women on a daily basis, but the reinforcement in popular culture of black women as anything other than welfare queens and baby moms and, the angry, black woman who was always the sapphire and the Jezebel. It was never like the girl next door. The closest thing we had was Ashley on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Tatiana Ali, and maybe Lisa Turtle growing up. I mean, that was the closest that you got to non-ghetto, non-ratchet, non-struggling, non-abused, imagery of a black woman. That the whole image of a black woman mother, not necessarily with the roller pins, but screaming and hooting and hollering at her son about something that he didn't do and, pulling him by the ear. That's the image of black women. And you see this all on the internet when it comes to, black moms be like. And whenever they do the white moms be like the white mom from Bobby's World. Oh, Bobby, don't you know? That type of shit. Right? But when it comes to the black mom, you know what I mean? It's always, Jamarcus! 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 What? Excuse me? Yes, ma'am. The remote? You know what I mean? The remote's literally like within arm's length of her, and she had you come in there to get the that is the the stereotype of black women. And I think that a lot of black women are trying to escape that. Now, how does that tie into the $30 thing? Because the whole, what that woman did with that video and what we've seen with a number of other videos, I can even bring Ebony K. Williams, into the space. It's performative misandry. It's performative. And it's performative for two reasons. One, black women are trying to remove the stench of poverty, from them. And they think that they can enter the space and simply dictate what their value is going to be. This is where I kind of, I get, frustrated with black women, because it's like, what Six the Goddess was saying recently in her video addressing the Nick Cannon, Umar Johnson video, which is, and she, lays it out at the very beginning, about, black women and their overall appearance, the bonnets, the flip-flops, just looking disheveled. And that does not help black women's image. They haven't put in the work. But there's a lot of black women who believe that the key to black female empowerment is to, learn how to say no, right? Which I partially agree with. Learn how to say no, and then just simply dictate the terms of the ways in which that they want to be treated, without there being any sort of exchange, any sort of reciprocity, and without them actually putting in the work. Okay, they want to speak things into existence instead of actually going out there, putting in the hard work, and then being about it. It's just like with black men. Black men, like this is how like you're winning. Okay, if your enemy is saying things about you that they admire, or they're trying to meet or match your level, right, to the point where if they said anything other than that truthful statement, right, it would just look, I don't want to say this, it wouldn't look accurate on their part, right? It would look like they're reaching. It just certain things just simply cannot be said. You know what I mean? Like example, Asians have put in the work, as it pertains to, academics and being seen as smart. We've seen enough spelling bees. We've seen enough game shows. The kids, they got this clip recently about this Asian kid running around, and I mean, he's answering the question before the damn person gets to even fully ask the question. And the math question comes up. You know what I mean? It was like 425 squared plus 400 and something squared. And he was like 5,000. It's like, damn, like how the hell you calculate that shit? You know what I mean? And it was so funny because people will sit there and they'll see like the megalithic structures of the ancient past and be like, oh, there's no way they could do that. Yeah, if you got a human calculator like that, oh yeah, you could definitely do a whole bunch, with a human calculator like that. But anyway, I'm saying they put in the work. Black men's reputation as having, great bodies and great and physical physiques and everything else like that. Black men, not all black men, but enough black men, because that's really what it's about. It's about enough to where it becomes a stereotype, have put in the work. They put in the work, whether it's sports, entertainment, athleticism, going to the gym. You can go to any gym in America right now. You're going to see more brothers in there than sisters in there. I don't care where it is. That's what you're going to see. They put in the work. The guys walking around Europe. Oh, what do you like about black? Oh, I like their physique. I saw another video where a white guy was, it was on Instagram. It was a joke. But he was like, it had the music in the background, and the camera's like panning up and whatnot, and he's like, I have now, achieved the physique of a black man who doesn't work out. Like, again, that's a white guy saying that, and you know how black men and white men have an adversarial relationship, right? But in the joke, like, again, here you got a white guy that just basically gives it to black, like, hey, black guys generally speaking got better physiques than we have, and that's just what it is, and I'm gonna make a joke about it, right? But when it comes to black women want all these positive things to be said about them, but collectively they haven't put in the work. An area where black women have put in the work and nobody can take it away from them is, example, who are some of the best singers in the world. Black women can blow. White women, all these other women, they can sing. Although I've seen a couple videos of some Filipinos with their karaoke, and I'm like, same thing with some of the Asians when it comes to breakdancing. Now Asians have taken over the breakdancing, arena. So there's a lot of, areas where people can become so arrogant that they fall off, and it's like, that was your reputation, it's no longer your reputation. Same thing with the Jamaican, reggae hall, which has essentially died, and now Afrobeats has basically taken over. Because in the 90s there was no Afrobeats. Afrobeats, what is that? Now everything is Afrobeats. You see, so again, if you want the reputation, you gotta put in the work. If you want to be viewed a certain way, a critical mass of you has to put in the work. It's not just a matter of speaking your what you think your value should be, into existence, into the world. It does not work like that. You don't just get to wake up on the left side of bed and decide like, oh, I'm not going to be viewed like this. Like, no. Like, example, like when it comes to black men's, financial prowess, Godfrey has a video. Was it Godfrey? Who was it? I don't know if it was Godfrey or I think it was Godfrey, and he was on Vlad or something like that. I can't remember. But talking about, black people, you guys are such trendsetters. Sorry, got interrupted. But yeah, whoever was saying it, I don't know if it was Godfrey or not. But the point that was made was, basically Asian guy was like, oh, you're the trendsetters and whatnot. You know what I mean? But you guys can't even organize crime. So black men have a reputation of not being able to get organized. And everybody seems to know it. So in order for that to change, in order for there to be the reputation that black men are highly organized, black men are going to have to do what? Put in the work and become highly organized and stay on code. That's what's going to have to be, that's what's going to be required. You see? But unfortunately, that's just not where we are right now. But you have to move, like, in order to get a positive reputation or to have a positive stereotype about you or something that can be claimed as positive, you have to build your stereotype so strong past the negative that it would just be, it's foolish for somebody to sit there and say, to try to make even a joke or a stereotype about that, because it wouldn't stick. If a comedian got up on stage and tried to make a joke about a homeless Asian man, it wouldn't stick, because it's like, damn, when the last time you seen a fucking homeless Asian man? You just see what I'm saying? Like, people they can't vision it in their mind because they don't see it. So a lot of black women got this shit way wrong when they come online and they think that they can just simply speak things in and out of existence at their leisure. It does not work that way. You have to put in the work and have a critical mass where that is what your reputation has become. Okay? What was the other thing? The other reason why the women are doing this performative misandry. Oh, yes. What I said in my previous video, which is the only way that black women can justify their leadership, and the only way that any woman can justify their leadership is for the men to fail. And here's where my resentment comes in of black women. And it is a resentment. Because it's just like with Ebony K. Williams, where Ebony K. Williams went up there and was talking about, I wouldn't lie to you, Charlemagne. I'm telling you from experience, right? When she brought up the whole thing about the 2-week vacation in the south of France. And it's like, okay, but you were talking about not dating truck drivers and he's got to own the company and all that. But yet here you have men that are offering you 2-week vacations And you're turning them down because Ebony K. Williams got to be out there in LA. Ebony K. Williams got to be at the lawyers conference in Florida, right? That's what she said. You can go back and look at the clip on the Breakfast Club. Okay? But how can we never hear those stories? And what I resent about black women, even though I understand them trying to escape poverty, right? Trying to escape the reputation of poverty and make it seem like, they're just, we're just, I'm too good for this, is in the process of them doing that, and in the process of trying to, justify their leadership in a different context, they throw black men underneath the bus. And you never do hear the stories about anything that black men do that's positive. I'm not saying for a black man, it's okay for a black man to go out here and do one little thing and then be like, okay, mission accomplished. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But y'all don't tell any of the positive things that black men do for y'all. And it's at a point where you want us to interact with you and feel a certain way towards you in this positive manner, but we don't. We don't. Because y'all, have basically just shit on us constantly. It's like the white guy I know named Jimmy. It was awesome. It's an awesome story, and I told this story before. But basically, him and his girlfriend, this is a white guy, him and his girlfriend used to get into fights from time to time. And he said that, when it came to his girlfriend, he was like, even though we got in a fight, like, don't always run to your mom bitching about me every time we get into a fight. If you're going to do that, then also tell her about the time I bought you flowers, or the time I took you to that 5-star restaurant, or the time, that we, went and took a trip to, Atlantic City and went to the Borgata or something like that, right? Lay that shit out. Right? Don't just sit there and make it like it's just nothing but rape and pillage, and he just abuses me the minute he wakes up in the morning. Because eventually, if that's what you're doing, and then your parents end up hating Jimmy, right? Then at that point, like in other words, later on, when you end up, trying to move the relationship forward, then you discover that you can't because your dad hates Jimmy. Or your mom hates Jimmy. See, if you were a little bit more balanced in what you had to say, not only would people think that your criticisms are more valid, because it doesn't seem like they come from a place of just pure hatred and misandry, and you're not a feminazi, right? But also the way that people would react to when you're having a bad day because, I don't know, maybe Jimmy forgot your birthday or something like that. Right, he forgot your birthday, but he Christmas, he did some big giant extravagant thing and took you on a balloon ride and all this other stuff, right? So then it's like, okay, maybe he was busy and he just forgot. He had so many things going on because he was working so hard that he just forgot. I understand it's shitty, but hey, he just forgot. You know what I mean? But what black women do is they make it like it's all just rape and pillage, right? It's nothing but rape and pillage. I mean, it's so bad that, like, it's just like with the black women get killed every 5.5 hours. Every 5.5 hours, what is that? 5.5 times, what is that? Wait. 24 hours divided by, 24 divided by 5.5 is 4.36. So times 365, that's going to give us 1,592 if my math is correct, right? So you're talking like 1,600 women a year are killed, going with the black men kill us every 5.5 hours. 1,600 black women are killed a year when, how many black women are there? 22 million black women in this country, right? So let's go with 1,600 divided by 22 million. What is that? 0.00007273. Right? So we're at, what is that? 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, 100,000th, Yeah, 1/100,000th of 1%. You know what I'm saying? Like it just that's just nuts. You know what I'm saying? So what was I about to say? People waving. But so to sit there and ignore the other, 99.99999% of black men that aren't unaliving black women, so that you can come online and make it like, black women are getting killed every time they walk down the street. When you put it in its proper context, then it's like, well, damn, what are we really talking about? It's just like the white men that are running around talking about the great replacement, the great replacement. And literally 2.1% of white men marry outside the race, and 2.3% of white women marry outside the race. Right? Newlyweds, I think it's like 11% of white people marry outside the race. And slightly more. It's probably, I just saw that as across racial groups, but it's probably slightly more with white women. Maybe 13% if white men are 11%, let's just say. Like I said in my last video. See? And yet white people are running around, the great replacement, these black men are stealing all of our white women. Mind you, that 2.3% is all of the races of men around the globe who are marrying white women. So black men are only taking a percentage of that 2.3%. And yet white men, every time they see a black man with a white woman, they're blowing a gasket, screaming the great replacement. They're blowing a gasket so much that they got to go into the Buffalo Top supermarket and shoot the fucking place up. The numbers don't support what they're talking about. And even if we doubled that number, it's like, well, what about those dating? Or what about those getting white bitches pregnant? Double the number. Triple the number. You're still below 10%. What are you bitching about? You see? Again, every life lost is a loss, and it shouldn't happen, right? It's like gun control and shit. Every life lost, right? It's like, how many people are using guns defensively? They never ask you that shit. How many people save their life with a gun? You know what I'm saying? What's that guy's name? Mr. Lott. He says, there's 2 million defensive uses of a gun each year. I think the FBI, he got that from the FBI. So I'm saying, that you have this constant performative misandry, that goes on, where black women are literally vilifying black men about things that aren't even numerically supported by the stats. Like I said, with the talking about black men and not taking care of their kids and fatherless homes, and I'm like, you need to talk to the daddies, the minority of black men who were fathers, because 54% of us don't have any kids and won't have any kids, because like I said, on average only 40% of men are having kids, according to the CDC. Only 40%, because as we already know, again, what the red pill and the black pill have been bitching about, women don't want all men. They want the guys that's got fame, game, money, or looks. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't have money, if he's not tall, if he's not handsome, if he doesn't have the right career, if he's not working a white collar job, you know what I mean? If he doesn't own property, I mean, you could go through the whole list. And the women who aren't getting with those guys and get pregnant, what do you want me to say? They just don't know how to pick them. What do you want me to say? He told me he loved me, so I busted it wide open and let him hit it raw. You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to say? You see? But yeah, I think that a lot of this performative misandry that's going online, the never telling any of the positives, only wanting to focus on the extreme minority that do the negative, that doesn't make us have a better relationship or a connection with y'all's black women. The crazy thing is, as a black man, if I say that I can't throw a rock without hitting a single mother in the black community, because the majority of black women are single mothers. 61%, not single mothers, mothers. 61% are mothers. That's a factual statement. That's reinforced by the actual numbers. The majority of black women actually are mothers. But when y'all run around and you say, that there's there's a man shortage. Yes, numerically there are less black men than there are black women, but there are more childless black men than childless black women. Even after you adjust and you say, okay, well, you got more women, so that 54%, it should find it easy to find that 39%. I crunched the math. I took that 20. I took the what is it? Let me see if I can do it right now. 19.1 million times 54% gives me, I got 10.314 million black men. Wait. Yeah. I got 10,314,000 black men who are childless, right? Just taking the whole population. I've hit 22.1 million black women. No, wait, excuse me. 21.9 million black women. Some people will say 22, whatever. Times, what was it? 39%. 39%. I get 8,541,000 black women. So even though black women have a higher population than black men, I'm still, what is that? What did I say? 10 point, what was that? 10 point what? Damn, whatever. It's like 2 million difference, a 2 million gap between, even though there's 2 million more black women, I still got 2 million more black men who are childless than black women who are mothers. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yet, again, y'all will go up here and y'all will make all these generalizations about black men with no numbers. Dennis Sperling posted a video the other day talking about, had some woman up there talking about there's a man shortage and all this shit, and a quarter of our men, are in jail. At maximum, the highest amount. Now, Dennis, he put 900,000, but the prison rate has been going down. Hell, that's what the conservatives have been bitching about. But even at 900,000, let's go with 900,000. 900,000. There's 900,000 black men in jail. Let's just go with all the prisons, everything. Let's go with this inflated number, because I think it's around 600,000, which is the number in prison. But let's go with this 900,000. 900,000 divided by 19 million. And we get 0.047. So about 4%. 4%. Let's go with 5%. We'll round up. So about 5% of black men are currently in prison. There you go. 5%. 5%. You see, and again, we got that whole, the fact of the matter is all these men don't stay in prison. And what's so crazy is, even if I took and subtracted that 5% from that, what was that, like 2 million difference? It probably comes close. And we'd probably be closer to, what was the number? It was 8.5. So it was like 10 something minus 8.5. So it's like 1.5 million. So minus 900,000. What's that going to give me? I can't do math. What the fuck? Why are you doing this? And that's going to give me 600. I still got 600,000 more childless black men than childless black women. Like, this shit is retarded. This shit, all you gotta do is just use the numbers. I know this shit is so messed up. I can use inflated numbers. The women can double it, bitch, double it, and it's still gonna be more childless dudes than childless women. No matter how you want to dice it, I can play with the numbers. It's not close, not at all. So when I see black women doing all this performative misandry, busting out the camera, all that has to do with their low self-esteem. I could have said something about the chick with her lace front wig on. You know what I mean? We know that's not your hair. And then we're supposed to buy into all the, and black women, we so confident and we value ourselves and bullshit. Bullshit. And that's another thing, there's so many black women that run around the internet. Ain't nobody checking for me because niggas is colorist, da-da-da-da-da. Here you gotta do, through, hit her up on Instagram. Sounds like this dude doesn't even know her. He just trying to shoot his shot. And, let me make a TikTok about it. Let me make an IG, let me make a Snapchat about it or whatever. Like, really? I thought nobody was checking for you. And now a dude is checking for you, throws you, $30 to get lunch. I don't know who's spending more than $30 on lunch. I don't know. I spent $11.47 yesterday on sushi. I got the lunch special. You know what I mean? And there had to be, I don't know, what was there? How many rolls was there? It was like 8. Probably like, no. Was it like 12 pieces? Anywhere from 8 to 12 pieces were in the damn thing, right? Of the sushi. And I'm like, it's just crazy for her to post that. And oh, am I crazy? Yes, bitch, you're crazy. You're fucking out of your mind. And I don't know what is up with all this performative misandry, that's going online. First, it was the acting with the Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need, that's not helping black women's cause. And a lot of black women should really be calling out, even if some of this stuff is fake, because that's like the new thing that people go to now. Oh, it was a skit, right? They put something completely foul out there on the internet, and then they go, oh, it was a skit. Oh, it was a skit. It wasn't real. Y'all taking it too serious. It was a joke. Just completely ignoring how the shit lands. Imagine a man going off and making some real nasty colorist statement and then going, oh, ladies, they're overreacting. It was just a joke. It's not funny, is it? You see? But I just see it as just a bigger part of black women's own self-hatred and inferiority complexes. We can have discussions and ways of challenging that, because I definitely think that, example, when black men have full creative control, y'all need to go out there and find beautiful black women to put into your skits and all that other stuff, just like with Dave Chappelle and how he was giving pushback to the white Hollywood people who, when he had a skit and they had a black woman in it, they wanted them to replace her. You know what I mean? That is important. You do need to tell the world, this is what I prefer. You do need to put that up there. But again, sisters get into some real goofy stuff where, again, that pedestal oppression, y'all try to control, the pedestal, and you want to fight dudes on how they represent you. You don't want to play the part. Okay, we're gonna play this part. You're gonna be in the movie. Okay, you're gonna be my arm candy, and you're gonna be, the sexy thing on my arm. And then no, I want to be the boss bae in the film, and she doesn't have enough speaking parts. And it's like, oh my God, why are you doing this? And then again, the complaint will be, how come she's not up? Because you wanted to be a boss bae. I'm not saying that happens every time, and I'm not trying to excuse when brothers should put a sister up there, on the pedestal and promote them, but they don't. I'm not using that to ignore it, but I'm saying it is a problem, when it comes to black men having full creative control, and the pedestal is there, and then the black woman has a problem with the fact that black men and their patriarchy controls the pedestal. I'm like, oh my God. So now you don't get put up there, and then now you're complaining about, not being represented and all this other shit, not being desirable, when you had an opportunity to be on the damn pedestal and be the damn arm candy. But yet you want to be recognized as beautiful. Well, I want to be recognized as beautiful, smart, intelligent, and capable, and independent. And it's like, oh my God, stop. This is a beauty contest. Stop bringing that other shit into the room. Damn. Motherfuckers are not out here choosing all these other women because they're smart, capable, independent, divas, queens, mother of the earth. They're not choosing them because of that. They're choosing them because the bitch looks good and she's attractive and fucking cooperative and willing to play the role and just be the sexy arm candy on his goddamn arm. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying that you're not smart, intelligent, and capable. But when you're on his arm, you gotta play that role on his arm. You don't just fucking pull your dick out and lay it on the table and try to prove that you got a bigger dick than he. What are you doing? And see, that's the whole thing with the whole, always trying to make black men look like they're weak or look like they don't know what they're doing or they're incapable, because that's the only way that black women can justify their leadership. Because anything other than that, and it's not just black women, it's women across the board. Okay? Because think about it. If a man is handling business, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, and then you come up and you grab the steering wheel, right? Underneath no situation or circumstance do you look like underneath no circumstance does it not look like you're just trying to take control of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it looks. Right? I mean, Samantha Cooker just put out a video. I didn't get all the way through it, but I was listening to it, and she brought up the same point. She was like, some of y'all sound like some goddamn feminazis, because and it was about a woman that got, I don't know, I guess she was in some feminist group, and then she got pregnant, and she loved the guy, and then the relationship didn't work out, and so she's in the process of becoming a single mom. I didn't listen to all the video, but one of the points that she made in listening to her video, was, that when a man, like some of y'all are so feminazi that when a man is doing the right thing, you still shoot it down. You're still like, oh, it's the patriarchy. Yeah, but he's providing, though. He's taking care of her, just like you said is the whole problem of why black women wouldn't submit. So now you got a dude that's handling business, and yet you're still making arguments about why she shouldn't, quote unquote, submit or get with the program. You've totally broken the social contract at that point. And that's not a man problem. That's your problem. And I feel like a lot of women, they what do you want to call it? They struggle with this. Okay? Right? And this is where, as a black man, that's why I said, I was like, I'm done with the gender war. Because there's no way to correct that. It's a moving goalpost. Right? Okay, man comes through, wants you to play, your feminine role. The woman says, I'm not going to play the feminine role. You say, why not? Because I need X, Y, and Z to be met. Right? Again, you're agreeing to the contract underneath the condition that these requirements are met. But yet somehow when the requirements are met, the conversation changes into a conversation about not liking the power dynamic and the overall structure of patriarchy to begin with. Like, chick, that's not what you said. You said the reason you're not getting with the program is because men aren't doing X, Y, and Z. That's what you said. That's the argument that you made. You see? You didn't say I hate patriarchy, from Jump Street. You said, no, men ain't doing X, Y, and Z, and that's why black women are strong and independent, and that's why we got bad attitudes, and that's why we ain't cooperating, and that's why, because the black woman has had to hold it down since the beginning of time, because niggas ain't shit, and they ain't handling nothing. That's what you said. Now, it's transformed into, if a dude is actually meeting the standard and meeting the criteria, the conversation turns into, well, we don't like patriarchy, period. We don't like the structure, period. And why can't a woman lead, regardless? And it needs to be 50-50. And the man she needs to be recognized as his equals no matter what he's doing. And yeah, he needs to make $150,000 a year. And, he needs to recognize her as his equal. That, I'm like, those are not the same conversation. That's not the same complaint being filed. Those are two different complaints. One woman is a feminazi. One woman saying, hey, I would be more than willing to play the role if you all handled your business on your end and played your role. Oh, okay. All right. So again, when I see, this is why the Ebony K. Williams, what she said about the 2-week vacation to tramps, that's why all of her arguments about dustiness and everything, that's why that shit falls apart. Because I'm like, whoa, Ebony, you went up there and you made all these arguments about dust. It was a dust bowl. There was so much dust in the room, you had to come through with your 3M mask, right? Because there was so much dust all over the place. That is what you said. But now, we come to find out that you got dudes making offers saying, hey, take 2 weeks off, all expenses paid trip on me, and you're shooting it down. Why? Because truth be told, you don't want to be in that quote unquote compromised position, because that's how a lot of these women see it. They see getting on his boat, taking a 2-week vacation, being in his spot, in his space, where he laid the shit down, and he's the awesome motherfucker in the space, and she's gonna be his arm candy. As much as y'all complain and cry about being, you want to be the arm candy, y'all, seriously speaking, how many of y'all can even handle being the arm candy? Because it seems like you all would rather be the star. You want to be the one with the spotlight on you more than you want to be the arm candy, even though the arm candy comes with a spotlight. But you don't want that light, even though you're crying and complaining and insecure because black women's beauty is not being recognized. You don't want that spotlight. You want the man spotlight. You want, like Patrice O'Neal said, you want the Jaws music. You want, he's like, that chick, that's my music. What you talking about? That's my music. And then again, you get all the validation and everything by being on my arm. Again, you can't reverse it. You can't reverse it. It's like I was watching a clip of some guy. Now, granted, we've never had a man as the vice president's wife and whatnot. But, it's like the guy was bringing up a point about Kamala Harris, and they were like, what's her husband's name? And the women were like, Mr. Harris, and that's not his name. And it's like, when a man is the president and the woman is his wife, people actually know the wife's name. They know who she is. But when you reverse it, Kamala Harris and her husband, right? Nobody knows who this nigga is. Like, who is he? He's not even black. He's even though, hell, she's not even black. She's like Southeast Asian mostly. But I'm saying nobody even knows who this dude's name is. They're just like, oh yeah, the white Jewish looking guy thing got going on. Yeah. They don't know his name. You know what I mean? Like, again, if a man who's in a high, powerful position, if he chooses, a beautiful woman, or any woman for that matter, she gets to be elevated to the status of a queen. But if a woman goes out there and gets that, and she's up there and she's the queen, and she goes out and she marries a commoner, a man that's a commoner, you know what I mean? He doesn't become king. He's seen as the queen's bitch. That's what he's seen as. The queen's bitch. Who is he? The queen's bitch. That's who he is. It doesn't work in the reverse. You know, I said it before. Give me a Lamborghini. I go to Ocean Drive, Miami Beach. I pull up in my Lamborghini. I pop the freaking, the Ferrari, the Lamborghini doors open. You know what I mean? They go vertical and shit. I tell bitch to hop in. You know what I mean? And she hops in. Hell, I gotta have, her and her friend sitting on her lap, got legs all across the dashboard. Oh, I'm having a good old time. And I speed off, right? But a woman can't do the same thing. This goes back to Ann Vu's whole damn point. Not Ann Vu, I'm sorry. What's her name? The Ali Wong. Damn, get my Asian women mixed up. Ali Wong. Goes to Ali Wong and her whole comedy special. The Don Wong or whatever it's called. Right? Goes to that. There's no reward, for women in that regard. And that's what a lot of women are resentful of. They don't get to pull up in the Lambo on Ocean Drive, park in front of the line where people are waiting to get in the club, beep the horn, and a dude gets in the fucking passenger seat, and then she puts her hand on his thigh like, you ready? Like, no. Women aren't even attracted to that. I don't understand why a lot of you all try to fight for the male position when you're not even attracted to a man that would get in that position. I don't understand it. Like, you ladies are neurotic when it comes to this shit. Like you're literally going crazy, like, because of propaganda and feminism and the TV and what the TV is telling you, and you don't really want to be in that type of position. You like the idea of it, but you don't want to be in that position. You don't like the responsibility that comes with that position. You just want the shiny shit that you think that you see men getting, but completely ignore all of the responsibility that comes along with it. It's like that damn Instagram a clip of the guy. He's like walking with his girlfriend, and he's like, what it's like walking with my girlfriend, and they're like walking through the airport, and they're like, he's like walking around. It shows like, or his voiceover is demonstrating what he's thinking. He's like, who's that guy? What's he doing? Oh, he's getting a little too close to my girlfriend. Where's the exit? Where are the exits to get out of here? What if there's a mass shooter and something happens? That's what's going through a man's mind 24/7 with his wife and his kids and shit like that, because he's supposed to be the protector and the responder and the reactor, right? And then the woman, she's over there, right? She's over there on some Taylor Swift type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the complete difference. And I'm saying I have dated black women who have said that. I remember I was with a sister, and we went to DP at 10 o'clock at night. I was like, yo, I'm hungry. You want to get something to eat? She was like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. And it was like 10:30 at night, something like that. It was dark. It was winter time. And we go to the DP I get out. I got my fire on me. You know what I mean? I'm not worried. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, you can catch a few hot ones. I'm hungry. I'm big. Chances of somebody trying something are slim to none. So I go and I get the food. And when we got back in the vehicle, she was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? She was like, I'm just blown away that you just like get up and like late at night and you go and you get food. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, you got to be vigilant. It's dangerous. Like, the creeps do come out at night. You know what I mean? But, I'm a big guy. Got the fire on me. What? And she's just like, yeah, but I just never could. Like, it's like women are like literal, like reverse, what would you call it? Like reverse vampires or something. Or they're like, living in a village in Transylvania, and once the sun goes down, they have to go inside and shit. It's like I Am Legend. like that's what women are like. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even think about that. I don't even think about like it's late at night. I will literally get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and go out like on the weekend and get some damn food or whatever if I didn't already go out. Like, it don't matter what time it is. Whatever time it is, I will go and do whatever I got to do. If something is open, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, COVID just kind of killed all of that. I used to be horrible with that shit. I used to be a horrible late night person, you know, with going out and going and getting whatever it is I wanted. I mean, shit. You give me a 24. I'm a single childless man. I can't have more fun than in a 24/7 Walmart, you know, by myself with nobody in the fucking aisles, buying random shit, you know, to freaking. I'm like, maybe it's 3:00 in the morning. Maybe I could go for some, you know, ceramic. What do you call that damn shit? The ceramic wax that you put on your car to prevent the, you know, the raindrops from, you know, just random shit. I would go off and do that, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, when a woman is with a man that she feels protected by and all that, she can be carefree. And that's what y'all like. Y'all like that. I don't know why everything masculine, like y'all deny, like everything masculine, y'all pretend like that's not what you prefer. Even though we sit here and we look around at some of the guys that you all choose that exude outward masculinity. It may not be a whole bunch of responsibility in there, but outward masculinity, they definitely demonstrate. And you all are moved by that. I don't understand it. You know, the way that you fight shit. You know, and then again, going back to what I was saying about, you know, all the throwing black men underneath the bus, you know, denigrating our names, not even having the numbers and whatnot, and then turn around and then try to shame us into being in relationships with you. Like I said before, at least the colorist is consistent. At least the colorist jumps up and says, I'm not into black women. I'm not attracted to them. You know what I mean? Or even if he tries to come up with whatever excuses. All of that, I'm saying all of that, he does what he does, and, you know, he's not choosing a black woman. He's not trying to shame a black woman. He doesn't describe his preferences for the other and then try to shame a black woman into being with him. He doesn't denigrate the black woman to then go choose a black woman. That's a better way of putting it. However, when it comes to black women, you all will shit all over black men and then again, you know, try to shame black men into being with you. Or, as we already know, try to get black men to sell their manhood at a discount, right? You know, and we know that you all don't control everything, and we know that you all don't do the hiring, but despite all of that, we still want you. Bitch, fuck you. Bitch, fuck you. Imagine a black man saying that shit to a black woman about a black woman's beauty. Well, we know that you're not the most beautiful woman in the world. And we know that you're just not, you're just not my type. And you're just not all that. But you should sell, you know, your black beauty to me, whatever exists that I don't really value. You should sell it to me at a discount. You know what I mean? Like chick, I'll take you out to dinner, you know, once every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I mean, you're a black woman. I mean, you don't really deserve more than that, right? You see? Imagine if a black man, you know, was doing that, right? You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like, oh, you know, like, whoa, that's how you really feel? Like, if that's how you really feel, you don't need to be fucking with me, right? Oh shit. But I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't really have much else to say about you know, this conversation. That's weird. Oh, okay. I gotta fix that. Anyway, but I just wanted to share this because, you know, I did see the video. You know, this came out right at the same time that I did my Why I'm Done with the Gender War. And you know, the misandry is over 9,000. I mean, that's all I can say about it. It hasn't been really examined. I mean, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson is really the one that is really pointed out, because like misandry is, you know, it's a strong label. You know, and I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable saying, you know, it's misandry. Like, it's really misandry, or he's just man-hating women? Because, like, when you say misandry, it's like, you know, and you contrast it against misogyny, right? The way that women define misogyny, right? Like I used to think like, nah, just a bunch of black women that had bad experiences because they picked the wrong men. Like that's how I looked at it. I didn't really think of that like it's misandry. But then I realized, no, it is misandry because black women are trying to label this across the entire gender. Like literally across the entire gender. And I'm like, damn. Like, I'm like, even the guys that clearly have nothing to do with any of this. Hell, you're not even attracted to them. You don't even bother with them. And yes, they're trying to label them too. Like Amber Phillips said, all black men are potential. What is it? All black men are potential rapists. And then you had I forget what that black woman's name is. I think we need to talk. Went and talked to her. She from Philly. She rough looking. She just, I don't know what she needed. She need a makeover or something. But anyway, she was up there and same type of thing. All black men. You all eventually you'll create a single mother. With 54% of us being childless and will remain childless until the end of our days. I mean, this goes back to the whole thing about black men. They dying in the nursing home alone. Of course they are, because 54% of us don't have no goddamn kids. That's why ain't nobody coming to visit them, because they don't have anybody to come visit them. Shit. Just saying shit. I know all these niggas got kids out here. Yeah, all 46% of them. And again, 36% of black men are married. They're married. So literally the 30, what is it? Whatever's left over from the 46% of black men after you take out the 36%, that are married. And I'll give you, whatever the error of standard deviation, because you do have some men that, were married and then got with another bitch and got, a kid out of wedlock. I ain't gonna say no light-skinned names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay? Yeah, that does go on. That does exist. But again, according to Cassandra Dorius, 59% of black women have two or more kids. Have two or more baby fathers. They have more than one baby father, which makes sense if 42% of black women are getting or having kids under the age of 20. Because who they were with at 20 is not who they're going to be, not what they're looking for at 30. Hence why Kevin Samuels had all those single moms calling his show, talking about what they feel they deserve and talking about shit like celibacy and all that other stuff. I know what I'm worth now. Now that I got a kid by somebody else, I know what I'm worth. He gonna have to work for this. Not realizing that they can't reestablish that value. It's up to the man to determine whether he values like that. You can't speak your value into existence, especially after you've already made massive mistakes and errors and demonstrated a profound lack of discipline. It does not, once a mom, always a mom. That's the way that it is. Once a mom, always a mom. And once a dad, always a dad. It doesn't change. Like, you can't go back to being childless. You don't get childless privileges. You don't get childless value once you become a parent. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to add. That's my video. SWP out. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe.